Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of The Oval Season 2, Episode 19. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Before we get into this review, let's get into some comments from last week. We got two comments from Kareem, and she said that was General Martin that Bobby and Max is talking to. I was like, okay, good. I didn't catch his name. Y'all know I be writing my notes and I just be forgetting stuff. Kareem also says Richard didn't even worry about Dale's injuries. I was like, he sure didn't. I was like, y'all truck got knocked over. I think it rolled and got knocked over on the side. I would think that everybody involved, not just the unconscious lady, needed to be getting seen by a doctor. Like you could have some internal bleeding going on. You ain't no telling what's going on with y'all. Y'all could have a concussion. But y'all just you so mad at Nancy, you don't want her to know that you at the hospital. Dale, he most likely doesn't have insurance, which he don't because that only Sharon didn't even have um insurance. But I was like, insurance or not, you should have got yourself checked out to make sure that everything is all right and not gonna you go home and not gonna you find out it's a lot worse and they could have helped you faster, had you like, okay, y'all just go ahead and give me a quick thorough real quick. But yeah. So this episode starts off with Nancy. She comes home and she finds Barry on the table unconscious. But instead of calling 911, she calling Judy the nosy neighbor. I'm like, ma'am, your son is laying on the table unconscious with all kind of powder and flowers on him. He did not do this to himself. Somebody did this to him. You should be calling 911 to get the police and the ambulance over here, but you calling Judy the nosy neighbor? But while she on the phone with Judy the nosy neighbor, she done messed around, had a heart attack, and passed out her own self. I'm like, really? So Richard goes to Sam and Priscilla's house to fill Sam in on Barry going to the cold and how him, Sharon, and Dale was in a car accident. The car got flipped and rolled off into the ditch. Sam calls one of his contacts that's in like with the FBI who has a man inside there. But I'm like, the dude that they put inside the code, he done messed around and fell in love with Callie. So he may be like a little bit too far gone. I have not watched Ruthless, which I need to, so things could make sense on the oval. It was just I was frustrated the way things was going, and I just could not anymore. But maybe I don't know if I'm gonna review it, but maybe I should watch it just to catch up. I don't know. I'll keep y'all in touch with that one. His contact, they can't do anything until the morning. Now he mad at Priscilla because Priscilla contacted Martin. And she was like, well, I'm mad you slept with the first lady. That makes it, well, she didn't say that makes us even. It's like, you didn't want me to call Martin. You mad about that? I'm mad that you slept with the first lady. How about that? I was like, you can't, Tim, don't, no matter what you say from here until you go on from this world, she's always going to bring it up that you slept with the first lady. And how she kept on telling you that first lady went to sleep with you. And you brushed it off, even though all the signs was there. Child, the police finally show up, but they talking about something they can't go inside the house. And nosy neighbor, Judy the nosy neighbor, she talking about some. Well, I was on the phone with Nancy, and she has asthma, and she called and then she passed out. Y'all need to get in there. And they're like, man, we need a warrant. She's like, I'll go in there myself. All right, I'll go in there. I do it myself. She fussing with them because clearly somebody called. Well, I called 911 on their behalf. Something going on in their house. Y'all get in there. So they go in and since she the nosy neighbor, she go in. Is that Barry on the table? First of all, they don't know who Barry is. Well, probably because he was getting arrested all those times. Is that Barry on the table? They so focused that Nancy passed out on the floor. They at first didn't pay attention that Barry was on the table unconscious. That's like y'all. It's two of y'all. One could have tended to Nancy, and I know y'all. I don't know if y'all have CPR training and all that stuff, but like one could have tended to Nancy, and one could have tended to Barry. That's all I'm saying. So Kareem, he over there trying to get Dale to open up the pharmacy in the morning. I'm like, bro, this dude was just in a car accident. Truck was doggone hit, flipped, and rolled into a ditch. And you trying to have this man doggone open up? He need to be seeing a doctor. You so concerned about Sharon. So he go back there. He talked to Sharon. Sharon, she's concerned about, is Mr. Richard all right? Is Dale all right? Okay, cool, that's fine. They need to see a doctor. She concerned about everybody, trying to make sure everybody all right. And he kind of sort of got annoyed with her, like, bro, I'm trying to tell you something. But this lady then got into this accident. She lost her baby, and she worried about her friends. And your first thought was, let me propose. You want to propose right now. And a little bit of me is Kareem is probably thinking, good, she no longer pregnant with Barry's day baby, so I can get her pregnant with mine. Now I couldn't have not been the only one who thought that. It's like, bro, this first of all, you just broke up with your girlfriend that you had a baby with. You messed around on her with Sharon, and she was messing around with you on Barry. Y'all living together now. She done just got in an accident and lost a baby. Worried about her friends. But you over there trying to propose. And then she said yes. I'm like, I was here for you being worried about Richard and Dale and all that other stuff. Trying to make sure Dale has a place to lay because he's stake because he's homeless. But you proposing? And then Kareem was like, here, Sharon told me about your situation. Here, take these keys and go to my house. First of all, he don't know where your house is. Tyler, you doggone it, I don't know how you missed that, but Dale ain't never been to Kareem and Sharon's house. So how did he know where it's at? Kareem didn't say, I live off on West 24th Street, apartment AB. Here's the key. Nope, none of that. And just here are the keys. And, you find out in all the apartments in the DC area. Y'all, Creepy Jason then pulled a Raggedy Gale and doggone it left the White House. I'm trying to figure out how is it that these two, the first kids, can just slip out the White House and without anybody knowing. Now with Gail, okay, we wasn't keeping an eye on her like we should have been. But Jason, he was supposed to have eyes on him at all times. If you ask me, they should have had one of them little things on his door that anytime somebody passes through the threshold, a sound will go off in the guard station and let them know Jason has left. It should be cameras on his room, outside his room, at all times. So is this doggone dude, this his creepy self won't be just leaving at any whim and just popping up everywhere. But yeah, he done stowed away in Ellie's car. But the messed up part was he didn't even have to break into Ellie's house. Door unlocked. Now, I don't know about y'all, but as soon as I get in, I have a lock on my screen door and the regular door. As I'm doggone it unlocking the regular door, I'm with the other hand locking the screen door's bottom lock, closing it, locking the top lock, closing the main door, and locking it. But he just walked right on in. I'm like, really? Okay. He was doggone it wandering around the house or the apartment when he got to hide up under the bed because Ellie and Alan gets into it. He come there to get his clothes and the threatening that he's going to expose everything that's going on in the White House. And I was like, see, this is how you end up stinking. This is how you end up in the arms of the angel or in forever in the flames. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Forever in the flames. When you get to telling your plans. This is what you got a plan to take people down. Don't tell the people who was in cahoots with the people you trying to take down. Because Elliot made it perfectly clear that she cares nothing about you. So you talk about some you gonna doggone take the people down at the White House. You should been like, you know what? I hope you get everything bad that's happening to you. Got your clothes and left. And then wherever you was going, doggone it hatched your plan. Not telling your plan. It's like in doggone it, superhero movies, the villain is always saying, I'm gonna be here at this location, at this time, wearing this outfit. The car gonna look like this. So they leave the superhero. Superhero escapes and gets there before them, and they looking like, how'd you know? It's because you gave the whole plan. Y'all, Bobby and his beard and Lily are getting on my nerves. These two are stupid. I'm gonna put mainly this on Bobby and his beard because you was in the military and you should know better. But it seems like you don't. When it comes to Lily, all your training just goes completely out the window. These two then met up at the hotel. Now, first of all, Bobby and his beard, you're supposed to be dead to the world. So that means you shouldn't be doggone just popping up places. Lily, you're supposed to be under the impression that he is dead and not popping up at hotel rooms. You know that Donald and Kyle like nothing more than to take you down and to know where you are at all times. So you ain't out here doggone spoiling plans. But you so mad because Donald told you that Bobby and his beard played you that you gotta meet up with Bobby and his beard. First of all, you most upset about that Bobby and his beard was paid by Donald to sleep with you than you are with Donald doggone it sleeping with Kyle, it seems like. I am not for sure, but I thought that Bobby and his beard told Lily that he was paid by somebody to sleep with her. Or did I just make that up in my head? I tend to do that sometimes. But I'm almost certain that he already told her that. Why are you mad now? Are you mad that it was Donald that did it? Chad, I don't know. But he's like, he realized that this is a setup. So he goes ahead and leaves. Well, at this time, Kyle was on the phone with Donald because he put a tracker on Lily's car and noticed she's at a hotel room and he's gonna go and send his people or go himself, I don't remember, to go see who she's at the hotel with. I was like, see, this is y'all making you're supposed to be military trained and stealth and you can just doggone it walk up on somebody and they didn't know. They didn't see you out there peripheral and all this stuff, but you doggone it, what, so in love with Lily that all your training just goes out the window? I cannot. So Richard and Nancy, they sitting there at the hospital and Kareem is giving them all the attitude, talking about some, why are y'all still here? First of all, we ain't here. One, we know we here for sharing, but also our son is here. And second of all, you do not own the hospital, and you can't tell us whether we can stay there or not because we worried about sharing. Just because she was hunting on you and left our son, don't mean we still don't care about this girl. Anyway, we here for our son. Well, the doctor said the Barry has a cocktail in his system. He got cocaine, LSD, PCP, alcohol, quaaludes, uppers, downers. It's like he got a lot going on in his system. So basically, I can give you some pamphlets so he can get into some type of treatment. And they trying to let him know our son does not do drugs. And I was like, she was like, with the drugs he got in his system, your son does drugs. But I like, and never at one time did they say our son was kidnapped by a cult and they drugged him. Because I remember, when I was watching Ruthless, one of the FBI agents' wife doggone went to the doggone compound because I guess she thought she was going to infiltrate it and got there and got drugged and had all kind of drugs in her system. So I like maybe that would have tied into like, hey, isn't this something that this other person, they didn't doggone popped up with a cocktail of drugs in their system. But I don't know. I don't know how drug screenings go, but well, I guess when you're testing like the hair and stuff, you can see how long a person's been taking it. And they could have found out then, but they just assumed if you got drugs in your system, you were a drug addict. They ain't trying to go nowhere else. But yeah, where we at? Okay. Well, they pumped his system, and it's gonna be rough for him for the next 72 hours because all that drugs in his system. Richard wants Nancy to leave. He's like, I'm here with my son. She's like, I want to be here for my son too. He's like, oh, so you know, you're staking claim on this son. Richard, why would you say that? Because he's still mad at you. She's like, you need to grow up. He's like, somebody should have told you that when you was screwing on my father. I was like, ooh, not screwing on your father. Yeah, she's like, that was over 25 years ago and I paid for it with guilt every day. I was like, that is all true, Nancy. But he just found out like maybe a week ago, if even that you cheated on him while he was at war, slept with his daddy, got pregnant, gave the baby to your doggone dope fiend sister to raise, and paid your dope fiend sister off for almost 30 years. He's still gonna be mad. Just I've had enough of this. She even threatens to divorce him. He's like, I've been trying to do that for the last week. You're not listening. And lastly, we see creepy Jason crawl up from under Ellie's bed with a knife, ready to do Ellie in. Like, why you so mad at Ellie when it's your daddy who be y'all gonna be wanting to hunch on everybody? I mean, Ellie, she played a part too, so I can't say why you mad at her, but this is your daddy's MO. This is why you killed Mistress Denise. Because your daddy was cheating. And it's not like you doing this because you hurting for your mama. You doing this because you creepy and you evil. I don't know why they didn't send him off with evil Sadili granddaddy like they sent Gail off. Like they scooped her up. They could have scooped him up. And they don't even mention Raggedy Gail no more. It's like, is she no longer on the show? What is it? Because she was on like one or two episodes when they came back from the mid season when they came back with the mid season premiere, and after Evil Sedity Grandma and went on, they scooped Yell up and wait a minute, no, that was it at the beginning of the season. No, that was at the beginning of the season when Evil City Grandma was taken out. So she ain't been on here since the beginning of the season. Is she like no longer on the show anymore? I have questions, but I was like, shoot, the way doggone Jason going, he probably would have took Evil City Grandpa out too, because he on his last leg. Y'all need to doggone take Jason somewhere to where they don't know. I don't know where y'all could take him where they don't know who the first family is. But y'all, the way y'all got some evil connected to some kind of evil organization, you would think that y'all gonna send him somewhere with all the other people in the evil organization's kids be acting and cutting up several fools. That y'all can send him there. So y'all, that was the just. If I left anything out, by me, the comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day for $99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face. But a video, you can click on it. You can like it, you share with your people, you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. And tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.